Temperatures dropping off into the upper 60s. We'll have more on tonight's severe weather threat coming up, including the timing, but your news starts right now.
More cuts at CAT, why Big Yellow is laying off more employees right here in central Illinois. Plus, a major Supreme Court ruling over gay marriage is coming. A look at the impact it could have across the country. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Evelyn has the night off. Caterpillar announcing more job cuts this week. Now, dozens more local workers are being laid off. It's our top story tonight at 5. About 50 employees in East Peoria will be out of a job by the end of the month, placed on what CAT is calling indefinite layoff. Now, this comes just a few days after 120 others got the same news at the same plant. The facility makes equipment for the mining and construction industries, markets that have been underperforming. Caterpillar says other cost-cutting measures have been made, temporary shutdowns, reductions in flexible workforce, but they haven't been enough. CAT says it's offering support services for the impacted employees. A Supreme Court decision will soon be made public, deciding the fate of the legal recognition of same-sex marriages. The Supreme Court considered whether to grant legal, financial, and social recognition to same-sex couples. This decision would allow couples to move from state to state and have their marriage recognized in any one of them.
If they choose to move to North Dakota or Kentucky or Tennessee or Arkansas, if they choose to move south, it's likely that if this Supreme Court passes, that those individual states must recognize those two individuals as a married couple in legal, social, as well as financial ways.
Webull says there are currently 600,000 same-sex couples and families in the United States. The federal government already recognizes same-sex couples because the Defense of Marriage Act case was ruled unconstitutional. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates again. Severe weather sweeping across the Midwest today, so what can we expect here in central Illinois?
Paul, well, we are under another tornado watch. This one's in effect until 11 p.m. tonight. The ingredients are there for us to be looking at some large hail, damaging winds, and yes, even a few tornadoes as we go through this evening. Although it is quiet now, things will quickly change. So here's the tornado watch box. That is including all of central Illinois. If you're watching us now, you are within that tornado watch box. Pretty quiet skies now, just partly cloudy, some garden variety showers up along Interstate 80. But you'll notice as we look out west on our high-res visible satellite, we're starting to see some more clouds beginning to bubble up here. These are the developing thunderstorms that are going to be heading our way a little later this evening. You can see some pretty good rain falling across southeastern portions of Iowa. We'll see these storms really begin to intensify a little later this evening, mainly after 7 o'clock. And then the chance for, or at least the greatest chance for any tornadic activity is going to be through about 10. And then some severe wind gusts will be the main threat between 10 o'clock and midnight. Now, all of central Illinois is under an enhanced risk for severe weather through tonight. And I've highlighted the greatest risk here in our storm index. Large hail, that's where we're going to see the largest risk. We're also going to see a pretty significant risk when it comes to wind damage, but again, an elevated risk for tornadoes and also some areas of flooding, especially given all the rain we've seen so far this month. We'll break down our future track and show you when these storms will be blowing through central Illinois coming up in a few minutes. Paul?
All right, thanks, Chris. Keep an eye on it for us. Along with severe storms, of course, comes lightning. This week marks Lightning Safety Awareness Week. Here are some safety tips. Watch and listen. Look for lightning in the distance and listen for thunder. Center yourself. Stay away from doors, windows, porches. Unplug your electronic devices. Now they can be prone to electrical surges caused by lightning strikes when plugged in. Avoid using water. If lightning strikes your home, it would likely travel through your plumbing. Pekin police are searching for a man who has not been seen in more than a week. Lionel Graham was last seen on June 12th. His family and friends say he's not been to his apartment, his vehicle has not been touched, and he's not contacted them. Graham does not own a cell phone. Family told police, though, he usually contacts them every single day. Police say he does not have any known medical problems, and now they're asking anyone with information to give them a call. Former Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. out of a halfway house in Baltimore. Jackson Jr. was released from the Volunteers of America halfway house this morning. The Illinois Democrat had been there since leaving federal prison, where he was serving a 2.5-year sentence for spending $750,000 in campaign money on personal items. Jackson pleaded guilty to 1 count of felony fraud back in February of 2013 and began his sentence in November. A debate tonight between the two Democrats looking to be Central Illinois' next congressman. They, along with 3 Republicans, are looking to fill the vacancy left by the resignation of Aaron Schock. Tonight's event in Springfield is sponsored by the State Journal-Register newspaper and 970 WMAM radio. Adam Lopez is a Springfield School Board member, Rob Mellon, a high school teacher in Quincy. The debate begins tonight at 6 at the State Journal-Register building. Mike Flynn, Donald Reentz, and Darren LaHood are running on the Republican side. WMBD will have more on what happened tonight at 10 o'clock. In a story now from our Twin Cities newsroom, Bloomington City Council is considering a change to its policy when it comes to public comments. Format the city is considering would put it in line with the town of Normal. Public comment will remain 15 minutes long, but it would be limited to agenda items only. In addition, if someone has spoken within the last 15 days, they will only be allowed to speak if time allows. The goal is aimed at giving people time to react to current issues.
It improves the process. It's not about suppressing anybody's right to speak. Anybody can still come and speak. Again, we may look at other opportunities for people to speak about other issues, or they may decide they don't want to make any changes at all, and that's fine too.
Now, if approved, the new comment policy would also apply to all committee and task force meetings. President Obama tackling race in a podcast interview. What he had to say about racism in America. But first, Chris.
Well, Central Illinois is under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. tonight. Severe storms will once again take aim on Central Illinois, but when will they end? I'll have a full forecast and more coming up.
You're watching WMBD News at 5 in high definition with Paul Ciccini, Evelyn Wilkerson, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast. This is WMBD News at 5. Central Illinois proud.
Year after year after year, Ford F-Series delivers outstanding toughness, capability, and efficiency. Construction, farming, forestry, F-Series is #1 in every hard-working industry out there. Not just this year or last year, since puka shells and disco. Ford F-150, Ford Super Duty, America's #1 trucks for 38 straight years.
Now lease a 2015 F-150 with EcoBoost for only $319 a month.
It's a Mike Miller Minute.
Don't be left out in the cold this summer and miss out on our best deal.
Announcing the Mike Miller Mitsubishi Summer Freeze. Drive interest-free Mitsubishis like the new Outlander Sport. 0% interest for 72 months or only $179 a month.
So slide on in to Mike Miller Auto Parts before these cool deals melt away.
Come see us at Mike Miller Mitsubishi on Pioneer Parkway in Peoria or visit us online at MikeMillerMitsubishi.com.
It's a Mike Miller Minute.
I'm a proud conservative, standing up for the principles I believe are important. I've been vocal and out front on term limits, standing up for the Constitution, standing up for limited government, standing up for freedom. Those are the things I've worked strongly for. I think it was the right thing to do. We need more conservative leadership. We have to fight for the principles that are important and undo what the president's done to this country. I'll continue to advocate for conservative principles. I'm Darren LaHood, and I approve this message.
What are you doing?
I'm having a small snack.
Gross.
Don't live with ants. Get Raid Ant and Road Spray.
Raid?
Raid kills bugs dead.
SC Johnson.
Experience the good life at Goods Furniture. Spend the day shopping, enjoying lunch or a snack in the Wine Cellar restaurant, and strolling to the shops at Market Square. Take the short drive today to experience the good life at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Goldfine and Bowles.
Recent changes in the Illinois Workers' Compensation Act continue to greatly affect an injured worker's rights. Now, more than ever, you need an experienced law firm to help you protect those rights and maximize your recovery.
We're available for a consultation at your convenience at any of our 3 Central Illinois locations, or we can come to you. If you've been hurt at work, let us put our experience to work for you.
Goldfine and Bowles. It's our experience that helps you win.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's Chief Meteorologist, Chris Yates.
All right, so we were able to round out the weekend pretty nicely.
Right.
Today, though, a little cloudy, and I don't want to call the heat oppressive, but it's uncomfortable.
It does not feel good. There's a lot of juice in the atmosphere. We call it juicy. Juicy or gross. You know,
Yeah.
It's just not, it's very muggy out there. The moisture's there. We're going to be looking at some storms rolling on through, and with enough wind shear, there will be a threat for some tornadoes. Hence the reason we are under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. In fact, as we look off here to our northwest from our Boris Berry Lofts, the Skycam in East Peoria, looking back towards Peoria, you can already begin to see that we do have a nice little cumulonimbus cloud, a thunder shower now beginning to pop up there. This stuff will become more widespread as we go through this evening. Here's our current temperature, 88 degrees. The dew point, the measure of that moisture, 76 degrees. It feels nasty. A lot of juice for these storms to get going today. And notice the breeze out of the south at 20 miles per hour. That is adding to the available wind shear that we have in place across central Illinois. All right, temperatures now mainly into the 80s. We're in the upper 80s here in Peoria. Bloomington normal coming in at 86, Pontiac 86. Meanwhile, out west, temperatures down into the low to mid 80s. As far as our wind speeds, again, they are breezy coming in out of the south at about 20 miles per hour in Peoria, coming in out of Canton at 23 miles per hour. So with southerly winds at the surface, westerly winds aloft, we have the ingredients for wind shear. We also have a lot of instability, and I'll break that down for you in just a second. So we're seeing some more development back here to the west across Iowa. This will be the cold front that's going to continue to work its way eastward this evening. And with that, we're going to see our storm chances really begin to blossom as that front comes in and lifts all this moisture up into the atmosphere in the form of a lot of thunderstorm activity. So significant moisture coming in out of the south. Here comes that approaching cold front a little later this evening. A lot of instability. The moisture's there. We're heating up the atmosphere. It's starting to bubble up a little bit. You can think of this area as a nice boiling pot of water. The atmosphere now quickly destabilizing. We mix in a bit of wind shear, that's turning of the winds and changing wind speed with height. That's where you start getting these storms to at least spin a little bit. So as this front pushes on through, that wind shear will also increase across central Illinois. That's why we are under an enhanced risk for severe weather this evening, mainly after 7 o'clock. For central Illinois. So here's our feature track. We'll set this stuff into motion. Storms blowing through around 8 o'clock for Peoria, but notice by early tomorrow morning, it's all gone. This is not a long, drawn-out event. Our window is between 7 o'clock and midnight tonight for that severe weather. And then tomorrow, we're waking up to sunshine. Thankfully, it's been long overdue. So here's our primary risk when it comes to severe weather. Large hail and damaging winds are going to be the two things that will be at least the most widespread, but we cannot rule out a few hit-and-miss tornadoes as well, along with some areas of flooding, especially given all the rain we've had so far this month. Your low temperatures tonight into the upper 60s and lower 70s, 69 degrees in Peoria for tomorrow. At least a much quieter day, a lot of sunshine. It'll be beautiful. Temperatures cooling off a little bit, falling back into the low to mid 80s here in Peoria. A nice temperature of 82 degrees. All right, here's our 8-day outlook. We're in a pattern where we get a day off and then more severe weather rolls in. We could see at least a chance for some severe weather on Wednesday. A few more storms possible on Thursday. And as we finish off the work week and start next weekend, things are looking good. Cooling off a bit with a little bit more sunshine. Could see more showers roll on in on Sunday. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. When you walk into one local grocery store, you're always sure to get a smile. Joe Whitfield has worked at Kroger in Washington for 18 years. When he gets to work, he says his goal is to treat everyone there like family. And it's worked. One of Joe's customers decided he needed to be recognized for his always happy attitude. She nominated him as a CI hero.
Joe has a smile that you carry throughout the rest of the day. You know, if you're having a bad day, he's just the type of person that you see him and you can't help but smile and laugh and maybe joke around a little bit. And he's just got a really great personality.
You can hear more from Joe and why he loves his job so much tonight at 10. It's been more than 2 weeks since 2 killers escaped from a New York prison where a new lead has law enforcement looking. And new tonight at 6, the Supreme Court and Obamacare, how a decision in the next few days will impact the landmark legislation.
When was the last time you inspected your roof? Curled, cracked, and damaged shingles can lead to a world of problems. Call HCI Get a Pro right now. Add beauty and value to your home with Protect Metal Roofing. It's stone-coated metal roofing with high-quality, long-lasting colors and a wide variety of styles, including shake, shingle, and tile. At HCI Get a Pro, we've installed thousands of metal roofs all throughout the area, and we can put that experience to work for you. Get a lifetime of protection from strong winds, heavy rains, hail, even fire. In fact, you might even qualify for a homeowner's insurance discount for installing a metal roof. Call now during our 60-60-60 sale and receive 60% off installation of your new metal roof. Ask about no interest for up to 60 months. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $60 Restaurant.com gift card with your no-cost, no obligation in-home estimate. Only from HCI Get a Pro. Call the toll-free number now.
Only at Avanti's can you get a deal like this. Choose from any of our 8 delicious 5-inch sandwiches with chips and a drink and pay only $4.95. That's right, only $4.95. Who does that? We do at Avanti's.
Not everyone is destined to be an elite athlete, but for those with chronic knee pain, performing even the simplest task can be a challenge. Thankfully, ICPR has a solution. Proven up to 90% effective, ICPR's knee arthritis program delivers medicine to the exact point it's needed most. Now you can play harder, run faster, live fuller.
Limit the pain, not the activity. There's nothing like your natural knee.
Call for a free consultation.
Principles should never be compromised. The Cadillac 2015 SRX. A crossover with space, safety, and style.
Lease it from around $339 a month for 24 months.
Get the complete balanced nutrition of Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals.
And now, with twice as much vitamin D, which up to 90% of people don't get enough of.
Oh, the sunshine vitamin.
Ensure, take life in.
Would you get in a cab if you knew the cabbie had no license? Would you put your kids on a school bus if the driver had a poor driving record? Shouldn't you have the same requirement for the financial advisor who's handling your life savings?
Before you invest, check to make sure your financial advisor is properly licensed. Call the Illinois Secretary of State Securities Department at 1-800-628-7937 or go to avoidthescam.net.
Do it today. Protect your hard-earned dollars.
Experience the good life at Goods Furniture. Spend the day shopping, enjoying lunch or a snack in the Wine Cellar restaurant, and strolling to the shops at Market Square. Take the short drive today to experience the good life at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
You're watching WMBD News at 5.
President Obama will travel to Charleston, South Carolina on Friday to deliver the eulogy at the funeral of Reverend Clementa Pinckney. The pastor was one of the victims of last week's church massacre, which has started a new wave of soul-searching about race in America. Hannah Daniels reports President Obama joined that conversation with unusually strong language.
President Obama says the legacy of slavery and discrimination still casts a long shadow. During a podcast interview in California, the president said the country is not cured of racism, and he used a heavily loaded word to make his point.
It's not just a matter of it not being polite to say in public. That's not the measure of whether racism still exists or not. It's not just a matter of overt discrimination.
The president spoke just days after a white man opened fire at a Bible study at the Emmanuel AME Church in South Carolina. Dylan Roof is accused of murdering 9 people. President Obama says there's no doubt attitudes about race have improved in the last 50 years. But he says societies can't simply erase hundreds of years of history overnight. In Charleston, Mayor Joseph Riley has promised to fight the forces of racism and keep the community united. But he agreed with the president's view, even if his use of the N-word was jarring.
I don't fault him for that, and he was, working to make a point.
The White House says the president was making the point there is more work to be done to wipe out symbols of racism. South Carolina is taking up that debate as it relates to the Confederate flag. Many lawmakers say such a potent reminder of slavery should no longer fly over the state capitol. Hannah Daniels for CBS News, the White House.
Now, some lawmakers argue the flag belongs in a museum. Charleston area politicians and clergy are calling for a vote to remove the Confederate flag from the Capitol this week. And we want to hear from you on this debate. We asked our Facebook followers whether the flag should be removed. Emily says, I think it should go. It's a symbol of ignorance and division. The longer we allow our country to divide itself, the worse off we'll be. Michael says it should stay. It's part of the history. No one would tell me to take down a Union flag. And Jason says last month the American flag was trampled in YouTube protests against supposed racism. Today, it's the Confederate flag. It's just a flag. The real issue is the heart. The Afghanistan parliament coming under attack by a car bomb while lawmakers were in session this morning. Suicide bomber struck near the entrance to the building. The Taliban is claiming responsibility for the strike. Outside, a gun battle raged for nearly 2 hours as security forces fought heavily armed Taliban gunmen. Kabul police say all 6 attackers were killed. No members of parliament were harmed. About 40 people were hurt in the blast. A woman and a 10-year-old girl were killed. A new lead in the search for 2 escaped killers who have been on the run in New York for more than 2 weeks. Police set up roadblocks near Owl's Head, New York, searching cars for David Sweat and Richard Matt. DNA from both escapees was found in an empty cabin that had been broken into within the past 24 hours. Police warned seasonal cabin owners in the area to be on the lookout. As the manhunt continues, police say a second prison employee has been suspended in connection with that escape.
He is on administrative leave. He is part of the ongoing investigation.
Police are not releasing details of his involvement. Sweat and Matt are now on the U.S. Marshal's most wanted list. He's a father of 5, but he's been a dad to dozens more. How a police officer is going beyond the call of duty.
Can your roof handle those heavy summer storms? Get a Protect metal roof from HCI Get a Pro and stop worrying about roofing problems. Traditional roofing has to be replaced every few years, but a metal roof is designed to last with minimal maintenance, and you'll love the colors and styles available.
Well, everybody looks at it says, hey, that looks like cedar roof. And we say, no, it's a metal roof.
We've helped so many homeowners throughout the area, possibly your neighbor, maybe a friend, by installing beautiful insulated metal roofing just like this. A metal roof that can help reduce your energy bills. Call today for these special savings during our 60-60-60 sale with 60% off installation. Ask about no interest financing for up to 60 months. Senior and military discounts are also available. And 20 minutes left to call for the bonus of free $60 restaurant.com gift card with your in-home estimate. Don't wait another second. Call for these special savings now.
Eyeglass World asks, what do you look for when you buy glasses?
I like to mix it up, so I need bold styles, classic styles, and affordable prices. Having lots of choices and saving money is important. That's why I come to Eyeglass World.
Only Eyeglass World gives you 2 pairs for $78, so you can always afford more than 1 pair.
My glasses are part of my personal style. They're me.
Eyeglass World. Glasses that make the difference. Prices that make it possible.
Oh!
You okay, man?
Yeah, I hurt my back during last week's delivery. Did you say last week? I can handle it. Listen, man, you gotta see a doctor. Shh! Not so loud. Boss finds out I got hurt at work, they'll let me go. No, they won't. They'll punish me somehow. Listen, man, I know you're tough, but you're only punishing yourself. Call Strong Law. They'll make sure you get taken care of. They do this stuff every day. Break's almost over, man. Yeah! Remember, Strong Law.
Every auto insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. Those who have served our nation have earned the very best service in return. USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud. You're watching WMBD News at 5.
High school students from across Illinois getting a crash course in research at Illinois State University this week. The school is hosting the Illinois Summer Research Academy, where students are working with professors through hands-on experiments. Students are learning about tools and techniques used in organic chemistry, nanoscience, and technology research projects. The professors say it's a great way to introduce kids to the world of math and science.
For students to see the power of chemistry in things like materials that we take for granted every day, medicines that are life-saving. Organic chemistry is at the heart of a lot of those things, and so for them to just get a taste of what it can do is, I think they walk away with some excitement.
About 50 students are taking part in this year's program. The academy runs through Friday. We celebrated dads on Sunday, but one father in Oklahoma City has gone above and beyond his duties in that role. As Deanne Stein reports, an Oklahoma City police sergeant has fathered 5 children, but in the past 10 years, he's been a dad to dozens of others.
Bye-bye.
Sergeant Will Smith with the Oklahoma City Police Department has seen a lot on the streets.
On all the calls I would go to, I would see some of the things and just that the kids are exposed to, and just the stress, that they have to go through.
Now working as a school resource officer, he still surrounds himself with kids, much like he does at home. He and his wife Ann have 5 biological children, 3 girls and 2 boys. And through the years, he never missed a milestone, a game, or even a tea party.
I love him. He's a really good guy, Helped me out, taught me baseball, basketball, everything I know pretty much.
So much support, he felt he could do more.
We realized, well, we can't help everyone, but we can at least help one.
So they started fostering children about 10 years ago, and one turned into another and another until they helped nearly 30 children.
Trying to help these kids, it was pretty tough because they came from, some pretty traumatic backgrounds.
In 2008, they decided to adopt and now have 3 young adopted children.
Before I adopted, I thought, how could you feel the same? I just didn't realize that. But then after we did, I don't look at any of them any different than the others.
And knowing he's making a difference in their lives is all the reward he needs.
It's a good feeling knowing that we did something.
It's an amazing story, and that's not all. Sergeant Smith says he may adopt or foster again in the future. As for Father's Day, he said they spent the day like they do any other day, together. Don't go anywhere. Chris has a final look at your forecast. That's next.
What a great response. Lots of folks all throughout the area calling HCI Get a Pro now for a Protect metal roof and 60% off installation. But it's your last chance during this program to call for these special savings. Gain peace of mind with a metal roof that can stand up to heavy rains, high winds, hail, even fire. Professionally installed metal roofing in beautiful colors. Get the architectural elegance of shake, shingle, or tile without sacrificing durability or maintenance freedom. Increase your home's visual appeal and reduce energy loss through your attic by installing a metal roof. Last chance. Remember, during our 60-60-60 sale, receive 60% off installation. Ask about no interest for up to 60 months. Senior and military discounts are also available. Plus, last chance during this program for the bonus. Just 10 minutes left to call and receive a free $60 Restaurant.com gift card with your in-home estimate. Last chance, though. This offer's not going to last long. Call the toll-free number now for a metal roof from HCI Get a Pro.
Add security to your home with Cooper Lighting. This 300-watt halogen floodlight is weather-resistant in white or bronze, just $9.99. This single LED floodlight is switch-operated, $59.99. Pittsburgh Revitalized Resurfacer is the ultimate remedy for weathered or damaged surfaces. It's designed for wood or concrete and fills cracks up to 1/4 inch and locks down splinters for a barefoot-friendly finish. Save $6 a gallon. That's $30 on 5-gallon pails.
Save big money at Menards.
Illinois is at a crossroads. Mike Madigan and the politicians he controls refuse to change. They're saying no to spending discipline, no to job-creating economic reforms, no to term limits. All they want is higher taxes. Again.
Change in Springfield isn't easy, but you didn't send me here to do what's easy. With your help, I'm going to keep fighting to grow our economy and fix our broken state government.
Now is the time to save at Ray Dennison Chevrolet in Pekin during their huge summer sales event. Take advantage of the Ray Dennison Smart Lease on vehicles like a 2015 Chevy Cruze for only $174 a month, or Smart Lease a 2015 Malibu LT for only $198 a month, and Smart Lease a new 2015 Chevy Equinox for $224 a month. Plus, check out the new Chevy Silverado 4-door Crew Cab 4x4. Now save up to $10,000 off MSRP. Don't miss great savings during Ray Dennison's summer sales event going on now at Ray Dennison Chevrolet in Pekin and RayDennisonChevy.com.
The annual Macomb Heritage Day celebration begins Thursday, June 25th with the Little Miss and Master Pageant and onstage band. Friday is full of activities and live entertainment from the Brian Dennison Band featuring country rock music and party band 90s Daughter. The parade kicks off Saturday's events at 10 with the car show to follow. Saturday night's live entertainment lineup is country band Whiskey Rose and Louisiana legend Mojo and the Bayou Gypsies. Main Stage hosts a church service Sunday morning at 10:30, followed by music from the Caterpillar Employee Big Band. Visit MakeMcComb.com for more details.
There's a difference in local news. Try us and see for yourself.
Maria Chandler, weeknights at 6 and 10 on WMBD News, Central Illinois, proud. You're watching WMBD, proud partners supporting the American Red Cross. You're watching WMBD News at 5.
All right, so it's warm out, cloudy, really that perfect mix in a lot of ways for severe weather, and we've seen it moving across the Midwest.
It's already coming in. We've already got some severe storms, even some tornadic storms in Iowa. So it'll be that line that's heading our way. We are under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. across all of central Illinois. If you are watching us or able to watch us, you are under that tornado watch. Here's the storm tracker. Again, pretty quiet. We got some clouds moving back in. We'll see the storms building mainly after 7 o'clock. With a chance of many of them becoming severe. Large hail damaging winds will be the main threat, but cannot rule out an isolated tornado. And then skies will begin to clear out gradually after 10 o'clock. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 60s. Tomorrow, no storms. It's going to be rather nice. A lot of sunshine, highs, a bit cooler as well into the lower 80s, but more storms possible on Wednesday. Once again, some of those may be severe, and then we'll see some more showers continuing, any thunderstorms on Thursday.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it for us, and keep an eye here to stay tuned to what's happening. And thank you for joining us for now. WMBD News, of course, is available on air, online, and on the go. You can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet. We'll see you right back here at 6.